Welcome back. Welcome back to the Kovacs Report. You could tell by the happiness in my voice, it's that time of month again. Oh boy. Yes, it is. It is time for Marvel previews. Right, we are going to go take a big look through the latest catalogue. These are all books that are solicited now, that you can order now. They will ship in December. We're going to see what's new, what's on my pull list, and maybe find out some other interesting things along the way. Now, if that's for you, then definitely like the video and subscribe and keep on watching. So let's dive straight in. Ultimate Endgame. Yes, this is the big one starting in December. Dennis Camp, Terry Dodson, Jonas Scarf. The beautiful cover there by Mark Brooks. This is the return of the maker. This is the 2 years wait in real time and in comic book time coming to fruition. Well, I say fruition. I have mixed feelings about the Ultimate line. But anyway, let's see what we've got. We've got a nice cap cover there, but we'll come to that shortly. So Ultimate Universe 2 years in. So there was a Ultimate Universe 1 year in, almost a year ago, which served as a one-shot tying things together. And I guess we're getting a second one. This is written by Dennis Camp and Alex Packnadel with art by Ryan Stegman. Well, the cover by Ryan Stegman, but the art itself to be announced. So I guess there's going to be a number of artists working on this. Now, all paths lead to Endgame. In preparation of the Maker's return in Ultimate Endgame, the Ultimate Guardians have been traveling all across time and space, recruiting members new and old. Travel across all the corners of the Ultimate Universe. Don't miss the dawn of many new characters, including Ultimate Daredevil. And I have done a little video about this already, this book, because they kind of sneak released this preview a few weeks ago. So it does sound exciting. I'm going to reserve my judgment. As with most of the Ultimate Universe stuff, you either love it or you don't. So let's move on. What else we got? Ultimate Black Panther again. Not a book I'm really definitely not on my pull list. But Ultimate Spider-Man. I'll take a moment here because this is the last issue. This has been consistently brilliant. Jonathan Hickman, Marco Cicchetto. I'm so sad to see this book end. It has been the highlight of the month, every month for 2 whole years almost. Well, it will be when December comes. And I'm so sad this isn't continuing. This is the best Spider-Man book on the market right now. And honestly, if there are Spider Gods up there, and Nancy, whoever you are, all right, get Marvel to continue this book with Jonathan Hickman and Marco Cicchetto. You'll make many fans very happy, but it's not going to happen. Ultimate X-Men continues with issue 22. So just to remind you, these issues end all at 24. Okay, Peach Momoko doing her thing. Looks very cool. Ultimates number 19. Again, this for me has been the worst book in the Ultimates line and one of the worst Marvel books of all time. This carries on with no purpose, no meaning, and no story. But we've got a very nice cover there with the Wasp and about to crush Ant-Man by the looks of it, but we will see. We will see. What does it say? Stung by the Wasp. It's the ultimate betrayal. Wasp has been a double agent for the Maker's Council in the name of protecting her family, but now, with the Maker emerging, her treachery must be answered for. Well, there we go. Ultimate Wolverine, another book that has just meandered on, hasn't really told a story, and hasn't really done much or added anything to the Ultimate Universe or the Ultimate Wolverine. Starting off with a good premise, Ultimate Wolverine was the sort of Ultimate Winter Soldier, and it kind of lost its way with repetitive issues and no story in the subsequent issues. So again, very sad. But what does it say? It's Chris Condon with Alessandra Cappuccio. The art was quite nice, I will say that. After the devastation in Ultimate Wolverine 11, which we haven't seen yet, Wolverine is out for vengeance, and he's taking on the whole of the Eurasian Republic in this big, bad, and bloody climactic issue. Who will be left standing? So I guess it says climactic. Maybe this one's ending at 12, not 24. All well and good. So Ultimate Endgame. This is going to be the True Believers blind bag. As you know, the blind bag craze has gone absolutely mental. Kicked off with Invincible's Battle Beast. It did really well. And also recently DC did Batman #1, and that has gone over 500,000 copies sold. It's going to another printing with many other variants. So the blind bag thing is here to stay for a while. So this will be the cover to that blind bag, and what you'll get inside is a mystery, a absolute mystery. So Ultimate Endgame #1. So this is it. This is where all this 2 years of Ultimates has been leading to. Let's see what it says. It's a 5-issue miniseries. Dennis Camp writing, Terry Dodson and Jonas Scarf on art, covered by Mark Brooks. There will be many variants. As you can see, it's got its normal variants and then a whole host of blind bag ones. It does say here there will be a blind bag exclusive variant covers by surprise contributors that will remain unrevealed until the issue's release. Well, hopefully, retailers will not be selling these bags early or opening them early like they have been doing, because it kind of takes away a bit of the mystery and the fun of the whole thing. Anyway, Endgame has arrived. The moment that has been building since the beginning of the new Ultimates universe. Spinning out of Dennis Camp and Juan Fregueri's Ultimates comes the culmination of Ultimate Invasion, which was the one-shot, I think, or little mini that started before all these titles started. 2,000 years have passed in the Ultimate universe, 2 years in our real time. But inside the city, the Maker has had thousands of years to prepare for his return. With the barrier around the city finally gone, heroes all across the Ultimate universe must mobilize to defeat the Maker before it's game over for everyone. Oh, meanwhile, the rest of the world wages World War III. ... There we go. Here are some of the, I guess, regular variant covers, not the blind bag ones, I think. Foil variant cover by Derek Chu. Looks pretty cool. He looks a bit like he's been working out in those few thousand years he's been stuck in the city. Variant cover by Dan Panasean. I do like Dan Panasean's art a lot. So here I have all the tie-ins to the Age of Revelation, which hasn't started yet. So we probably shouldn't read many of these solicits. We'll highlight anything that's new or anything that I find exciting. So we've got Rogue Storm, which sounds really cool. We've got Rogue and Storm trying to kill each other. Expatriate X-Men. This is going to be a whole host of different X-Men that you probably weren't interested in, much like Miss Marvel being in there. We'll see. I mean, I'm excited by the idea we've got another event, but the more I read, the more sort of worried I get it's going to be another one of those forgettable things. I hope it's not. I really want this to be good. I really want this to be good. So X-Men, Book of Revelation 303. So a lot of these minis will be ending in December. Laura Kinney, The Last Wolverine, and Amazing X-Men. So yes, I think when this kicks off, there are 15 titles you can pick up in the first month of this. So it is going to be a huge event and a huge expense if you're trying to get everything collected. So Undead Deadpool, I'm excited to see that. Binary, not so sure. I'll review it. Of course, I'm going to review all of these books anyway, so you can find out if they're any good or not, or make your own mind up based on my opinion, because at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. Whether you like it or not, it's totally up to you. So Unbreakable X-Men here, with Gail Simone jumping from uncanny to unbreakable, which makes natural sense. Radioactive Spider-Man, that ends issue 3, of course. I've just done a little sneak peek video of some unlettered pages from issue 1, if you want to check it out. Cloak or Dagger, which does sound very exciting. What I like about this is Cloak and Dagger can't be in the same place at the same time. And I think that's really interesting how they're going to play off their strengths depending on what situations they're in. We've got the Vision being torn in half. Whew, that looks dangerous. We do have the Vision being torn in half here. They should kind of like block out some of these covers, like to be announced, or rather when it comes out close. It gives a lot away. Anyway, Sinister Six by David Marquez. He's writing that instead of doing his usual drawing. Omega Kids by Tony Fleeks, which I'm definitely interested purely because of who's writing it. And Long Shots, which is Derry Dugan and Jonathan Hickman, which I think is going to be a whole lot of fun and some darkness. So there's some good titles in there, which I'm definitely looking forward to. We've got, just like I said, they should classify some of these covers. That's exactly what they've done. But I guess this is because this is the end of AOR, and they don't want to give anything away. So we've got Iron and Frost, which again I'm interested in because I love Iron Man. It's one of my favorite characters, and we've got a broken diamond hand holding an Iron Man glove there. So what's going on? No heart, no hope, no future. Again, not reading these solicits, don't want to give anything away, but we can read this one, X-Men Age of Revelation finale. So I guess they're going to wrap it all up in this one shot. So it'll be 40 pages, $6. It says, I have plotted the way forward for this species, for the world, for all of us. I do not do this out of anger, but of love. I do not do this for love of power, but hatred of it. I was changed, or rather charged, with ensuring the survival of the fittest. I'm ensuring the survival of everyone. Revelation. Okay, well, that sounds very, very ominous. Now, moving on to Meals to Astonish. No idea Absolutely no idea what this is about or why they would publish it. Let's find out. Steve Orlando and more. So it's going to be one of those 40-page or 48-page one-shots. Lots of little stories, I guess. So Daily dine into a brand new adventure. Daily Bugle food critic Chet Chikowski and intrepid photographer Peter Parker are headed downtown for the opening of a brand new world-class restaurant. But when Rhino interrupts the festivities, it's up to Spider-Man and his friends save the day and their dinner. Of course, it's always the Rhino. Joe Kelly kicked off one of his runs with the Rhino. It's always the Rhino. Whenever they go out for a bite to eat, it's always the Rhino. What's going on? Also, Jeff's Table debuts. This issue also collects the Test Kitchen Infinity comic in print for the first time. Oh boy. And Marvel wonder why people aren't buying their books. Sorcerer Supreme, yes. When the non-event of One World Under Doom eventually ends, a new Sorcerer Supreme will be crowned, or cloaked, as the case may be. And I guess this is the series going to reveal who it is. My money's on Magic. It seems like Magic is being this sort of set up to be the new Sorcerer Supreme, and that could be quite fun. So, writer, it says M. Artist, M. Okay, I don't know what that means. Is there an artist and writer called M, or have they forgot to put in the details, or is it secret? I don't know. So covered by Lyrics, variant covers by Classified. Ooh, it's all classified. Maybe those covers give away who the Sorcerer Supreme is. Anyway, as you'd expect, lots and lots and lots of variant covers and a 3-part Magic Connecting variant cover 2 by Inyok Lee. So the Sorcerer Supreme is dead. Long live the Sorcerer Supreme. In the aftermath of One World Under Doom, which you probably haven't read because it's so forgettable and nothing's really happening in it and nothing in the main universe is being influenced by it, a new power rises. One willing to defy tradition, break every rule and chart a bold new path. Will this rogue Sorcerer Supreme bring magic in the Marvel Universe to new heights or leave it in ruin? Well, I love that cover. I like the idea. Let's see who it is. I'm definitely going to pick it up. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's going to be good. So, of course, we're going to get a Doctor Strange #1 as well. And there's lots of new #1s, I hear. This is by Derek Landy with art by Ivan Fiorelli with lots of covers, lots of variants, because you know what? It's all about variants, blind bags, and facsimiles right now. Of course, we get a 3-part Magic Connected cover with this too. Stephen Strange, Stranded. After becoming Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard, Strange lost his chance at redemption and revenge against Doom when Loki murdered Thor, cutting Midgard off from the other 9 realms. With no way home and few allies remaining in Asgard, Strange travels to Alfheim to investigate an emerging crisis. But in an unfamiliar land, can Strange prevent elves and angels from going to war over a mysterious coffin? Maybe with some help from Heaven's own Angela. Oh, Derek Landy and Ivan Forelli join forces for a bold new era of Doctor Strange that will take him on a true journey into mystery. You saw what they did there. Journey into mystery. So, do you know what? I'll give it a go. Sounds interesting. I love the covers. The covers look really, really cool. I like Fang Yang's cover especially. She looks amazing. So, moving on. Then another title no one asked for. Wiccan, Witches Road, 1 of 5. Wyatt Kennedy, who's doing some great indie stuff, actually. Art by Andy Pereira. Cover by Lucas Wernick. And, of course, lots of variant covers. 3-part Magic Connecting cover. Now, maybe... do these 3 covers connect the 3 series, or do they each get 3 variant covers? I'm not sure. So let's find out why Wiccan gets his own mini-series. I wonder why. I'll let you, in the comments, tell me why, because I'm not going to reveal what I think it is, but we all know why, right? Something Wiccan... This way comes. I see what they did there too. A dark, macabre adventure awaits down the Witch's Road that will reshape Wiccan. Can't reshape my mouth though. And the magical fabric of the Marvel Universe forever. Wiccan and Hulkling arrive back on Earth. So this must be after Imperial, actually, because they are out there figuring out what's going on in the cosmos. But nothing can ever be easy for Marvel's favourite former space emperors. Now, that's a bit of a giveaway. So maybe they are no longer the leaders of their empire in space. A little bit of a giveaway there. With Hulkling grievously wounded, it's up to Wiccan to save the day. But what lengths will he be willing to go to do so? Ho, ho, ho. I don't know. I'll review it. We'll see. So the Will of Doom. This is going to connect the One World Under Doom event and Captain America together. As you can see, Captain America is here. I've done a video on how that's all going to play out, so definitely check it out, because this is going to define what's happening next in the greater Marvel universe. So this is going to be the big, important kickoff of what's going to go on next. So The Will of Doom is a one-shot by Chip Zdarsky, Cafu, covers by Jonas Scarf and various other people. A.D. Granoff to mention one. I love A.D. Granoff. He's brilliant. Long Live Doom! As the Fantastic Four deal with the fallout from One World Under Doom, they're faced with big questions and a surprise new global menace, because there is a new character that has been announced, and you can see that in my other video, so go check it out. So will the White House have their backs? Will the Red Hulk? The next stage of Marvel Universe starts here. 48-page one-shot, $7. Comics are getting expensive, guys. Okay, so here's Captain America. Here's some of the variants. So this is all going to connect with the next few issues of Captain America. Captain America number 6, Chip Zdarsky, doing a fine job so far. Really enjoyed the first 3 issues, and I'm looking forward to the next. Okay, well, the new character I mentioned is right here in this variant cover. He's called Salvation. This will be his first appearance. So Cap returns to present day for all new era. So if I can get my words right, we might be able to read that sentence properly. Let's start again. Cap returns to present day for an all new era. The aftermath of One World Under Doom has brought Latveria to the brink of civil war. Captain America deploys to protect civilians and investigate rumors of a weapons stockpile. But when the United Nations Security Council adds their own loyal super soldiers to the mix, it becomes clear that everyone wants a piece of Latveria no matter the cost. With warring factions tearing the country apart and a team of captains pursuing their own agendas, can Captain America hope to bring peace to Latveria? And is that even what his handlers want? So this leads on to another video I made about the other captains. So you've got Captain Britain, Captain France, Captain Russia. We've got all sorts of different caps that the UN are using here. Sounds very, very cool. The costume designs look amazing. And again, I've done a video about that a few weeks ago. I'll try and remember to link them in the description. But if not, go check the channel out and have a little look-see. So look at this. Looks great. Captain America's back in his more classic costume too, slightly updated, and I love it. This looks to be so much fun. The Captain America book is finally promising to be really, really good again, and it has taken a while. Look at this again. This proves I don't look at these things before I make the videos, because I want my first reaction to be true. Here are some of these characters that I mentioned here: Captain France, Red Widow, the Star for China, and Captain Kingdom for Britain. So they all look super, super cool. I go a bit more in depth, like I say, in my other video, but there's lots of exciting stuff coming out of Captain America. Now, the end, 2099. Again, I have no idea why they keep putting these 2099 books out. I'm sure some people love them. But listen, Marvel have on average 80 titles a month. You know, it's time they sort of condensed this down, went with the main characters, and really made some good books. And that will be covered in an upcoming video soon. So the end, 2099. Number 1 by Steve Orlando, Ibrahim Robertson, cover by David Marquez. And of course, lots of other variant covers, Gabrielle Dell'Otto, who is an amazing artist, to name one of them. So one future ends, another begins. 3099. Yes, 2099, guys. We weren't done. No, we're going to jump another 10,000 years, or however many, 1,000 years into the future. My math isn't so good today. It's Friday. Right, from the ashes of the Age of Heroes, a new generation of vigilantes, the Spider-Man 2099, Nova 2099, and Red Hulk 2099 emerged in the dystopia that followed to forge a bright new future, a future that has come to an end in the face of Abyssius, a horrifying fusion of a null-infected Galactus. Oh my God, they really are scraping the barrel here. As the Devourer in Black descends upon the world, a deal is struck with the devil, literally, as Mephisto bets the fate of 2099 in a brutal battle survival, pitting the warriors of 2099 against fan-favorite characters from across the multiverse, like Age of Apocalypse era Wolverine, Claremont Byrne era Cyclops, and Marvel Girl, House of M era Wanda, and so many more, each battling for their own universe of survival. It's hero against hero in this no-holds-barred war against extinction. But as Marvel's past and present duke it out, only one thing is certain: the future is coming, and it's arriving in the form of Spider-Man 3099. So again, we are treading old familiar ground. Why? Let's have something a bit more original, guys. Come on. I'll still review it though, guys. I'll still review it, of course. Hulk smash, everything. So Ryan North, currently on Fantastic Four and One World Under Doom. And you can check those reviews out you'll get my opinion of what's going on and what I really think is going to happen with this book. We're getting Hulk Smash Everything #1 of 5. Again, I don't understand why. I don't understand why Ryan North is doing this, really. We've got a perfectly fine Hulk book by PK right now running, and it is brilliant. But let's find out. A guaranteed smash hit. Wow, that's a bold statement. But Marvel make a lot of bold statements. Got a forward cover by Adi Grainoff and one by Luciano Vecchio, which looks pretty cool. So the art looks nice. Let's have a look. Is Hulk really the strongest there is? Sure, he's stronger than most people, but is he really stronger than everything? Dinosaurs, planets, gravity, cosmic forces. Find out here, because when you say Hulk takes on all corners of the new miniseries, we really mean it. It's non-stop action in the classic mighty Marvel manner from Ryan North and Vincenzo Caratu. I'm not sure what this is for. I don't understand. But I've given it a whirl. It might be fun. I don't put a lot of faith in Ryan North. I find his stuff very formulaic, very, very convenient storytelling, and I'm just not a big fan. But I will give it a chance. I'm always up for giving things a chance. So Venom 252. Ooh, so the rumours are true, apparently. Al Ewing and Paco Medina continue their run. I'm not reading Venom. I just find that Venom has become just not a fun character anymore. I loved it when he was darker, more villainous. Now he just seems a sort of another sort of kid-friendly character to sell toys. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Why? Who knows? But anyway, of course, if there is a celebratory issue coming up soon, I think I'll be reviewing that. I think it is this one. So unfortunately, I am going to have to read this. Of course, it's 252. You'll know what that means. So we're going to get loads of variants. So I will give it a go. So Planet She-Hulk, I'm excited because I do like She-Hulk quite a lot. Stephanie Phillips is going to be writing it with Aaron Kuda on art and covers. A hero on the edge. Jennifer Walters may be a trained lawyer and professional. But how much help is that going to be in a world governed by might makes right? Fortunately, she's also the gamma-fueled powerhouse known as the sensational She-Hulk. Can she really smash the planet Sakaar into peace the way her cousin once did? So she is currently there. She is the caretaker of the planet Sakaar, while her cousin, Bruce Banner the Hulk, is floating around space trying to figure out who murdered his son. We had a one-shot which kind of introduced that storyline too, and I guess this is going to be the series that follows it. I'm not sure if it's an ongoing. To be honest with you, most of these new #1s are not going to last very long. It's just the way it is. Much like this next one, Black Panther Intergalactic, which does sound cool. You know, Black Panther in space sounds very, very cool. But again, these miniseries, they don't, or rather, well, this is a miniseries, but Planet She-Hulk seems to be an ongoing. But how many ongoings last very long nowadays? How many get past, like, I don't know, 10 issues? Not many. So Black Panther Intergalactic 1 of 4, Victor Laval, Stefano Nessi, covered by Cafu, the Intergalactic Emperor of Wakanda. T'Challa, the King of Wakanda, faces the challenge of uniting all of his kingdom on Earth and in the stars. Before we can begin, though, someone or something steals him away to a mysterious planet where the Black Panther must fight for his life. Shuri, his sister, works to find him. But with the king and princess distracted, will someone else seize the title of Emperor of Wakanda? Now, I will give it the first issue at least to test it out and see what it's like. But I'm not sure. Now, Nova Centurion, I am looking forward to. I love what's been going on with Nova in Imperial, and his one-shot I found a whole load of fun. Not going to read the solicit here because it would give something away, because these #1s aren't out just yet. But that I have high hope for. I hope Jed McKay does it really proud with Alvaro Lopez on the art. So, Age of Apocalypse, X-Men of Apocalypse celebrating their second issue. Jeff Loeb, Simone DeMeo. I read the first one. It was okay. A lot of setup. So hopefully, we're going to get some action. We're going to get what everyone's looking forward to. So this sort of celebratory run of the original run is only going to go 4 issues. Maybe we'll get some one-shots out of it as well. I don't know. Now, 1776, I did a little video on what this is all about. I will be reviewing the first issue. The Avengers go back to 1776, and they've got to, make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to do to celebrate the 250th birthday of America. So happy birthday, America. Now, this I'm very excited about. Jimmy Palmiotti, oh my God, is back. And he's also back on Daredevil and Punisher. Issue 1 is not out yet. It is going to be a definite review. I cannot wait to see Palmiotti back on these titles and these characters. So Tommaso Bianchi and Jose Luis Suarez are doing the art, and I'm going to look forward to that. Now, Infernal Hulk is the new series by Philip Kennedy Johnson, which is going to roll out of the current Hulk run. So if you are following that book, you'll know it has been an absolute delight. It's been one of the best runs in many moons, and the events of the current Hulk run land him in the worst place possible. Yes, hell, and this will be the second issue. So again, not reading the solicit. I really don't want to spoil it for you or myself. And here we go, talking about spoiling things. The Amazing Spider-Man countdown to issue 1000. Now, they did want to remind you the other day that they're on issue 975 by putting it as big as possible on the cover. They really want you to know it's going to hit 1,000 issues, and they are hurtling towards that issue by giving you 2 issues a month, right? They're not prepared to miss out on the sales of 1,000th issue by waiting a little bit longer. No. We are getting Joe Kelly's Amazing Spider-Man twice a month, while we have this storyline where there are 2 Spider-Men. Now, you can follow my reviews if you want to find out what I think about it. Amazing Spider-Man is my favorite character in the world. But unfortunately, his book isn't. But again, I review it every month in the hopes that it's going to get better, and in the hopes that Marvel will kind of listen to the fans just a little bit and make this book as good as it could be. So Spider-Man Noir continues. I'm definitely picking that up. It's by Eric Larson and Andrea Broccardo. That hasn't started yet, as has Torn. So the issue 1 of Torn's coming out imminently. J. Michael Straczynski, Pepe Perez on the creative team, and it looks to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that, guys. Let me know if you are, because I'm a huge Spidey fan, as I just said. Miles Morales Spider-Man, again, it is not on my list. Cody Ziegler, for me, is not one of my writers. I can't stand his Deadpool, can't stand his Miles Morales. In fact, I don't really like anything he's done. Sorry, Cody. It just, Coke and Pepsi. Black Cat continues, had its issue 1. I kind of was mixed about the first issue. It was interesting. There's some new sort of dynamics to it. I'm going to give it another couple of issues in the hope that it starts really winning me over. But G. Willow Wilson and Gleb Melkinov are working on that. We've got a beautiful Adam Hughes cover. Spider-Girl is not on my list. Spider-Man 94, however, I did read the first one. I was a bit disappointed it didn't continue directly from the cartoon, but they promised that if this does well, then they will tell that story at some point in time. It's okay. It's what you expect, but it's nothing to write home about. Ghost Spider, or rather Spider-Gwen. Again, not a book I'm reading. I think I tried the first one, and I think it wasn't for me. I think it's sort of aimed at a certain audience, which isn't me. Now, Spider-Man and Wolverine, I've been really giving this book as much hope as possible, but it's just become quite repetitive. I'm not sure how many more issues I'm going to give it, and it looks like it might be an ongoing. However, I reckon this is going to get cancelled at issue 10 because they can get the 2 trades out. But yes, started off with a very interesting premise, very 90s art, if you like Cara Andrews, but it's slowly slipping off my pull list. Right, but it must be Christmas because we get a Marvel Winter Break special with tons of writers and tons of artists doing what they do by giving us a 40-page one-shot. I guess it's going to be lots of little mini stories. Tony Fleeks is on it, so I might take a peek, actually. My Marvel Zombies came out this week. I still haven't reviewed it. That review is coming. I'm praying that it's going to be good because I like it to continue. And we move on to Punisher Red Band. Now, I have read the first one, and it was glorious. I can't believe it's only 5 issues. This has to go into an ongoing because it is so good. I mean, look at that cover. Wow, that's a variant cover by Bjorn Barendis by the looks of it. So I definitely recommend that if you like Punisher, you like it a bit more adult, and you like it bloody, that you get onto this because it is so good. Hopefully, the more people that read it, the more confidence Marvel has to put this into an ongoing, because boy, oh boy, it was good. Benjamin Percy and Julius Otto doing an amazing job, absolutely amazing job. Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts. Well, I've not read the first one yet. I guess, Taboo's in this, and B. Earl, they are working on the Ultimate Hawkeye one-shot, actually. So Taboo is from Black Eyed Peas, if you don't already know. So I will be reviewing that when that pops out. And again, talking about Jimmy Palmiotti and the Punisher, we will have Marvel Knights Punisher #1 coming out very, very, very soon. And that is on the top of my hit list at the moment. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. And good old Dan Panasane with the art there. So I know it's going to look good as well. So Jimmy Palmiotti, as you might tell, is one of my favorite writers. He's doing an amazing job. Now, Fantastic Four, I'm 4 issues in. I'm sad to say this book is only going to be reviewed purely because I've got a review channel. But if I had a pull list where I only pull books that I was going to read that I enjoyed, this would be off. I've given it 3 issues. It ain't great. And I'm purely going to be reading it now just to review it until I can't review it anymore. I'm so sorry, guys. Spirits of Violence is starting, where we get Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, and some of their other allies doing what they do best. So again, I'm not going to read the solicit because #1 hasn't come out. Now, Avengers by Jed McKay, I tried dipping back into that. And it doesn't feel like the Avengers to me. It really, really doesn't. I missed the old days. Really, I do. However, you know what? I think it's maybe the end of Jed McKay's run. He's been on it quite a while. I think he might be getting bored of it and it's time to put it on something else. I don't know. Now, New Avengers again, it's a bit of fun. The story is dragging out. I'm trying so hard to love this book, but you know what? It's getting harder every single issue. Battle World, I'm just not reading. To be honest with you, I'm sick of all these sort of alternate mini series going to different places and different dimensions, different times. We are absolutely awash with those right now. We don't need none. The Mortal Thor, I tried issue #1, definitely wasn't for me. However, I'm going to give it another 2 issues before I cross it off the pull list. Strange Tales, I don't think started yet. That's going to be exactly what you expect. Undead Iron Fist, however, I gave the issue a first go and it wasn't too bad. There was a lot of setup, a lot of intrigue. There's some questions I want answered. So you know what? I'm definitely on board for that. Moon Knight, I just don't read. I don't know why. It's a character that I just don't have any affinity to. So that's not on the pull list. And now I guess we are into the facsimiles and the trades and everything else. So let's have a look. Now, usually what I like to do is see if there's anything cool coming out, like some special editions or an absolute style edition or an oversized edition or a library edition, or whatever these special editions are called, depending on which publisher you are following, because that's what I want on my bookshelf. So we've got Marvel Rivals tie-in here. I guess that's for the game. It looks cute. I gotta love Peach Momoko's art. Although, actually, we haven't got to the trades yet. They fooled me here with the facsimile editions. No, we've got more books. So Predator Kills Marvel Universe. I read issue 1. Loads of setup in issue 2. And I think issue 3, where it's really going to throw down and get pretty badass. So I'm on this. I do like Benjamin Percy. I'm looking forward to these books. Now, Alien versus Captain America has not come out yet. But I'm telling you, I've got a lot of hope placed in this book, especially Frank Thierry writing it. So I can't wait to review that book. It's going to be amazing. We're into Star Wars. I don't do the Star Wars, as I say every time I do this, but there are loads of Star Wars books, as you would expect. Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red came out this week. The art was gorgeous. The story was okay. Introduced everything. Introduced you to Boba Fett and his mindset and what's going on. But the art was gorgeous. I wish the colouring was maybe full colour, because sometimes I found it hard with the tritones to sort of discern what was going on. That's not the art's fault. This is the sort of style they want to colour it. But you know what? It looks promising. And with that person behind Boba Fett looking badass, I'm definitely on it for a few more issues. Right, so lots more Star Wars, Darth Vader, the Stormbreakers. So here we go. Here are the trades and the hardbacks. Ultimate Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 2. So this is the Pascal Ferry cover. So, okay, I see what we're doing here. We got Uncanny X-Men by Kieran Gillen. Omnibus, Terry Dosser cover. So I guess they are putting out the variant covers here and everything else. The usual trades to come, reprints, as you would expect. Daken, Dark Wolverine, the Star Wars books, Spider-Man Wolverine's getting its first trade, I take it. The Thing, new champions. Like you see, this was not a great event. You know what, guys? What avoid. Phoenix, well, that's ended. I think that's been cancelled as well. Vision and Scarlet Witch gets its next trade. Imperial gets its trade. What else is new? Does it look like it's just collecting the current runs and nothing special? I think it is. Of course, we get the big, thick, what they called epic collections that they're running through, which are very good value for money, actually, for pages and amount of comics you get for the price. Lots of those. Are we going to be surprised? No, we are not. That's it That's it. I expected something nice in the end section to surprise me, but no, no, no. But there we have it. Those are my thoughts on December books. Some positive, some negative, but they're just my thoughts. Like I'm trying to say all the time now. If I say some negative, if you love the book, that's great. My opinion really doesn't count whatsoever. It should not influence your enjoyment of something that you're enjoying. It's just me. That's just what I like, what I don't like. But there we go. Let me know what you're picking up. Let me know what I've missed. Let me know what you think I should give a second chance to. And hopefully by this time, you've watched the whole video, you've liked the video, and you've subscribed, because that would make me very, very happy. So have a great weekend, and hopefully we will see you in the next one.